All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back. So this picture here is our inspo that we're working off of today, and I'm going to attempt to do this style. So as you are watching, a bit of a story time here. So basically, the client showed me that picture, and I was like, okay, we're gonna try to do it. And I already knew based on her hair texture and the maturity of her locks that it probably wouldn't have been possible with the cornrows. So I did tell her that, hey, if this doesn't work, we're just gonna do the barrel rolls instead. I've done the barrel rolls before and I know it looks just as good. So I told her, okay, we can try it, but if it doesn't work, we can do the rolls instead. And she was cool with that. But anyways, I went ahead and I tried the cornrows. I could have just went ahead and did the barrels right off the bat because she was fine with it. But I attempted the cornrows because the cornrows looked really good. But her hair was way too thick. By the time I got to this point, I realized the cornrows was not gonna work. So I was like, all right, let me try to braid it inverted. As you can see me trying to do like the opposite braid. That didn't work either. And I mean, I probably could have played around with it some more. And this is the second attempt of me trying to do the cornrows again. I probably, if I persisted, I probably could have done the cornrows. But one, I was on a time crunch. And then two, her hair was out, still damp at this point. And the more you mess with the hair, the more you manipulate the hair, the frizzier it will get. So I didn't want her retwist to start getting frizzy. So I was like, let me just go ahead and do the barrel rolls. I know the barrel rolls will work. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. So this is me now starting my barrel roll. The piece of curl that you see in the front, that's the curly piece that I braided in. I did leave the cornrow in the front to hold that piece of hair in because it does hold better with the cornrow versus the barrel roll. So yes, so this is me going ahead and turning that into a barrel roll. So just stay tuned to see what we're doing here. If you don't know how to do a barrel roll, you can probably take a few notes from here, or I'm pretty sure I have another video somewhere on this channel. And this is me adding in here into the barrel. She really did not need hair added for thickness, but what we needed the hair added for was the length. So as I went along, I added the hair under the bottom and then crisscrossed it in the top. So bottom, crisscross in the top, and then I used the piece of lock to wrap that piece of hair around to secure it. And I did this maybe like 3 to 4 more times just to kind of give me some hair at the ends to work with, because what we're going to be doing is adding a long plait ponytail at the ends. So if you know anything about barrels, the more you wrap them, the shorter the hair gets. So I knew I wasn't going to have a lot of her hair left at the ends. So I said, let me go ahead and add the Cuban twist here as I work along. So that's what I did to kind of give me a little bit more length to add in more hair at the ends, if that makes sense. This probably won't make sense until you actually try to do this. Yes, so I needed more hair at the end because the more I wrapped her locks around, the shorter it got, because her hair was already thick enough, so I really didn't need to add any hair in. So this is me going along. Yep, so just stay tuned. And I'm just going to wrap one more piece before I transition that into a plait. And as I'm plaiting that, and the more hair you have at the end too, is the more seamless the plait will be. You will have a more seamless transition from the barrel to the plait and feeding in the additional hair. The other plait actually did turn out to be neater than this one. So this is me adding more hair to do that feed and braid down to the ends. And while this braid is going, can you just take a look at my client's skin? It is just flawless. Oh my God. Anyways, back to the braid. So I'm plaiting. So that curly hair that you see on the rack up there, She wanted the curly ends as you saw in the inspo picture. So I went ahead and started braiding that in before I got to the end of the Marley hair. And as I added more in, I kept braiding it out, and then I would stop right where the Marley hair started to where the Marley hair ended, and then I secured that with a rubber band. And then there were a few straggly pieces of Marley hair left after I secured the rubber band. Then I just cut those out with the scissors. You can't see that here because I went out of the camera frame. And that's me grabbing the rubber band. And that's the finished product. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And I'll probably try to do the cornrow method with someone's hair that is not all the way locked yet. Yeah, so that would probably be easier. So this is the end result. And you can go back and compare it to the picture in the beginning.